since the pandemic, I've been following Chin, and of course, like anybody else, I've been trying to see, was this man real or not? And you know what I'm saying? Because I started seeing his posts where he would have his hair flying back with the little toupee on there. And, and just like anybody else, that I'm a good person of knowing who is a good teacher and who is not. So I got that good. I know if you can teach. I know if you what you're giving is authentic, and I know, I'm gonna be able to keep following you or not, because there's a lot of people that are false, prophets out here that are teaching and misleading the mind. They saying a mindset, but they setting the mind in a different way. But I'm learning a lot from you. I can't say that I've implied, because I haven't yet, because I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to apply it for what I've been trying to do for years. Like I've discussed with you before, I don't want to do a hair school, I guess, far as statewide. I'm in the Bay Area, so it's way different. You know what I'm saying? Everything is different out this way versus you guys all out there. But what I'm doing is something very, more on the, I guess we'll say Deli's the only person. I don't know if he was accredited with the state or whatever, but as far as I know with Deli, he had his own school, and maybe he was accredited. But my mind, where I've been and what I've started creating within my own salon, which I'm doing now, ever since you told me when I first met you, you always said, you have to teach what you know. So I've been doing that through my people, you know what I mean? I've been recording like you told me to do, and I'm trying to practice myself on how to record and how to teach, because even though it's all in our mind, of course, one of the things, it got to be perfect, and that's why I'm always looking at other people, and I'm like, okay, well, dang, they ain't perfect for the long shot, but there is a way that I want to present myself, and I just don't want to be, it's just a way that you have to teach and stay. You know how you can teach and then you'll drift off into something else when you have to stay focused on that, because there's so many things within the hair industry. We'll talk about this, but then it's going to bring in other things. So I'm trying to get my mind together on a curriculum when I write my stuff down to focus on this, because there's so much to talk about. So that's what I've been practicing on. And I definitely, even though if I don't want to get accredited by the state, I still feel like having the rules, the regulations that you have implied with what I'm trying to do, I still want that to be there. And I think the only difference in me and the school that I'm trying to build is, of course, that I'm not going to be funded. I'm funding myself. And of course, people just have to probably pay out of pocket or how, that they would pay. Or I'm just, I got my reserves on, and I just need to figure out how would I help them, as well with my own reserves to help them to pay the school without trying to borrow or get money from the state. I don't mind getting grants and stuff, but I don't want to have to, I don't want no loans or nothing like that. And what I mean? Just like how I teach my clients, it's the same thing, because that's basically what I'm doing. Like with my clients, they're coming in, you're now coming in not just to get service, you're coming in to learn. So I tell all my clients too, it's a two-way. Like you coming in for two things. With two things, you have an option. You coming in for an occasional service or a restoring service. And with the restoring service, you come in with education. So, you can learn just by coming in and getting your hair done. And it's like the cheapest class ever. You know what I mean? You're coming in paying for your services, and if you pay attention, listen, and apply, then you're gonna know the same thing I know. So that's how I've been teaching myself to teach in that type of manner. But I do kind of want to get my school in order. You know what I mean? To teach in a way of having a group of people to where they can get out there, and then so they can get beyond the chair. Because I still do believe you have to be behind the chair before you can get beyond the chair. And that's what I want to teach people, so they can get beyond the chair and, be able to, retire. I'm at the point, regardless if I ain't made 100,000, like I said, I got enough reserve because I was always taught to save, you know what I mean? So, but now I am learning where to put, and that I can put my money in a place where it'll bring me more and it'll bring me better. You know what I mean? So, I've been feeling you, because I wouldn't be following you. I wouldn't keep listening if I wasn't. You know what I mean? I know you're going to be good for me. I'm just trying to figure out how can I apply what you're giving to what I want to do. Because it's not, I've never been the same. And everybody, if you go, they see me, they know I'm different. I'm going to say stuff different. I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing, but in a different manner. and I'm gonna give it to you different. So, and with this school thing, I'm going about it a different way as well. But I do feel like everything that you are giving needs to be applied with that. So yeah, even though again I'm not in the gold program, but I do want to get into that as well. I can tell anybody that's not or don't know Chin that's on here, like yeah, like you can learn from him and get help from him if you don't have help from nobody else. You know, you can learn a lot, you know, as far as the business aspect, with a lot that's not being taught in the schools, the business part. Because like the young lady last said, that school is basic. So school is just to teach you safety and sanitation. That's what that little piece of paper is. That's what that certificate is. It's safety and sanitation. It's not doing hair. It's to give you the ability to go on that you'll be safe and sanitary. You know, people need to understand that safety and sanitation piece of paper is under the hospitals and the dentists as well, because it's serious in this hair business. What we need to know and understand of why it became. So yes, I'm gonna always follow you. I'm gonna always call you. I'm gonna always get in your program, and I do want that help. But I do have to figure out. We gonna have to figure out how it's going, you know, and how can it apply and benefit, and you know what I mean. Those are, it's just, I always see it's some little tweaks and you know, things that we gonna have to be different from what I'm doing, you know, because like I said, I'll put a lot into it already, like I have. But I do need to know those, you know, crossing the T's and dotting the I's part on the little different part of what I'm trying to do with my after licensing hair school. Right. So it's an after licensing hair school. So it's beyond hair school. You know, once we get that piece of paper, everybody thinks, oh yeah, I'm a hairdresser. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I did. It's more than just getting that little piece of paper when you get in this business. That little piece of paper is just the beginning. It's not your end and not show you everything. Because everybody thinks I'm a hairdresser now. I have to do no. There's so much more to it than that. And a lot of mindset needs to be implemented too. And that's what I'm offering with my teaching as well, because it really is a life-changing thing, because it's about your health and your wealth, you know. So yeah, I love you, Chin. Love you to life. Definitely go get in that program. And I definitely, you know what I'm saying, always want to talk to you and try to figure it out, like how I'm going to implement what you giving into what I want to do, you know. So yes, sir. I'm down and I'm going to stay down. My Instagram name is @RealBlackHair. Yep, and you can follow me on that, because I am starting with that, utilizing that as Chin told me to share what I know and educating my clients, people, and hair school students and people that have license as well.